What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Boozer here, thanks for stopping by. In today's video, we're going to be talking about hard faction wars, specifically 5 legendary champions that will help you tackle some of the hardest conditions in their respective factions. These champions are basically auto 6 stars if you want to complete all of hard faction wars to its fullest completion, 3 stars. At the very least, they'll make things a lot easier for you. So anyways, let's jump into it right away. First up on this list here, we're going to head down to the Demonspawn, and I'm going to have my trusty mission map right next to me, right above my head here. So there it is. So this is for Demonspawn, the full conditions for it. And we're going to be looking at stage 19, place 10 block revive debuffs. Now there's not too many block revive champions in this faction. We have Carnage, and then we have Mortu Macabre. So Mortu Macabre is the champion here that you most likely will have. Obviously, some of you guys might have Carnage already before Mortu, but Mortu is also an extremely valuable option. Obviously, with his peril here, he can basically block revive if this is activated. So he does bring speed in all battles, which is really good just to build a team around him. He also has an AoE block revive here, which is really solid because that will help you clear stage 11. But Mortu's main purpose will be his peril. His peril should be able to cut through most of the enemies as long as they're softened up a bit. I'm not too sure the total defense values of all of the waves on stage 19 specifically, but you can at least set him up so that he can use his peril to maximum effectiveness. You do have to kill 10 enemies with this ability, so it is a little bit crazy, but he's definitely going to be useful and probably a auto 6-star for you if you want to deal with that condition. Maybe in addition to Carnage as well, bringing him along to help with the block revive. But he's going to be my pick here for one of the auto 6 stars. You can also use him in live arena as well. He takes advantage of AoE champions that trigger his peril, and then you can just kill off their damage dealer or their critical support champion, for example, like Sun Wukong. All right, so Mortu is my first pick here. So coming up next, we're heading to the Undead faction. So the Undead faction here, we have a couple candidates for basically must 60 because they help you go through some of the hard conditions in their faction. So here we're going to look at don't let your enemies heal. That's going to be stage 20. That's extremely difficult, and obviously requiring some kind of heal reduction or would be nice, and it's going to be Mashald. So Mashald here is actually, he's obviously a very good champion, and he is probably an auto 60 for most people as long as you get him, but he is so good in this hard faction wars. He hits a lot of these conditions. He hits stage 8 for the leech debuff on his A2. He also hits the fear on stage 18, one of the really high conditions as well. So if you have Mashald, he can hit the stage 8 leech, he can hit the stage 18 fear. This is on an AoE, by the way, guys. And he also has a single target heal reduction for stage 20. Now, single target is not ideal. Obviously, you want an AoE heal reduction. Now, there's not too many options for Demonspawn, but Mashald covers a bunch of the harder difficulty ones. Obviously, he can deal a bunch of damage as well and control waves with his True Fear, so it's going to be very helpful for many of the stages. But if you guys are looking for an AoE heal reduction, we have Suzerain here. He is basically the only AoE option you have in this faction, and that's going to be for stage 20, the hardest stage. So you might have to call upon your Suzerain here. He's not a bad champion. He has a bunch of AoEs in his kit, but I mean, it's not full percentage chance to land any of his debuffs, which are some of the best debuffs in the game. Decreased speed, you got decreased defense and weaken, and then he has the 100% heal reduction here, but it's on a 4-turn cooldown. So I don't know how reliable this guy can be, but maybe that's all you really need for stage 20 so you can 3-star it. But he might be an option for you. He is a damage dealer as well. So you have Mashald and Suzerain from the Undead. And sticking with the Undead, we actually also have Vlad. Vlad has hella increased value for hard faction wars as well. Very strong. He brings AoE leech, again covering stage 8. And he has a A3 AoE block active skills, which covers stage 19. Stage 19, obviously one of the higher ones, very difficult to complete, but Vlad in a very solid kit, actually, he has a very solid kit, brings it in a 3-turn cooldown as well with a decreased defense. Very solid champion, and yeah, for sure a 60. He's a damage dealer as well, so you can pitch in a little bit of damage as well for the waves. He's going to definitely help you out, and definitely a 60 at this point in the game. So moving on to the next champion, I'm not going to count Suzerain because I find him to be a little bit conditional use because of his 4-turn AoE cooldown on his A3. But the next champion on the list will be from the Dark Elves. He's going to be Ghostborn. So Ghostborn here from the Dark Elves will take care of stage 20. Don't let your enemies heal. He brings a AoE heal reduction here on a 3-turn cooldown. Excellent ability. I mean, Ghostborn is pretty much an auto 60 very often. He brings plus attack and decreased defense on an AoE here as well. Very often used in seer teams to increase the consistency because you land this, it cannot be resisted. But now his focus has shifted to this AoE heal reduction for stage 20. He's going to help you get through the waves. Of course, decreased defense is going to be helpful in softening up the waves as well. Top tier champion for this faction, giving you easy access through the stage 20 condition here for the Dark Elves. So don't sleep on your Ghostborn. Make sure you guys build him out straight to 60. He's going to do a lot of work for you in lots of areas of the game, actually. All right, last champion for this top 5 in terms of must 60 champions. We're going to head down to the Shadowkin here. Shadowkin, we have a champion that basically never really gets used, but now he's going to be helpful in the hardest settings. And we have Karato Fox Hunter. He's going to be a free champion for some people with his promo codes to start the game. So maybe some of you guys might have him. And when you reach the stage where you can actually utilize him to his fullest, he's going to come and help you for stage 20. Don't let your enemies use any active skills. Karato Fox Hunter, one of the few champions in this faction with the AoE block active skills on a 4-turn cooldown, excuse me. Going to be very useful. He also places a stun as well, which is very useful for some of the lower stages as well, and an A1 weekend. But the big thing about him is his block active skills. That's going to be very useful. Definitely a champion you want to 60 up so that you can bring him to this stage 20. He is a damage dealer as well, so you gear him out with damage potential. He's going to need accuracy to land that block active skills. You got to make him fast so he cycles through at these higher stages. That's going to be a big gear check as well, because the waves are going to be super fast and super tanky. So you got to gear these guys out to play. Or I guess you can use Karato as a debuffer and just make him super fast and just have other champions do the damage. Shadowkin's a great faction for damage dealers and overall champions anyways, but in terms of block active skills, is a very rare debuff. So for Karato being a basically free promo champion for some people, having access to this is going to be a huge help in the right setting. And this setting is the hard faction wars. So bring on your Karato, bring him out of the vault, make sure he's 60 or, maybe he's 50. I assume for these higher levels, you probably need them to be 60 at this point. No cheating away with 50s and all that, especially since Shadowkin really needs a reviver. But hey, that's a story for another video. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the top 5 here we got here in this video. Let me know what you guys think about my top 5 must 60 to help you guys go through some of the harder stages in your hard faction wars. We got Karato, we got Mortu, we got Vlad, Mashald, and Ghostborn. I mean, they're very good champions on their own, but if you have them and if you're on defense about 60ing them and using them, I think it's time to make them proud and bring them to some of those harder stages to help you out. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Thanks for watching until the end. Appreciate your time as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.